Welcome to Contemporary Math Competency Based. What I want to do in this video is just give you some of the important points from the syllabus and how to get started in the class. But what I will not do is go over slide by slide. So you're still responsible to read through the whole syllabus. You're still responsible to go through all the items in the Start Here folder, etc. But if you look at our Blackboard, you see the orientation video, which you are in. So you already clicked on that. And then you go to the Start Here. And you have different things like meet your instructor and a few things about the first day of class. And you have the syllabus and then all the other things that can help you, like tutorials for Blackboard Ultra if you have never used it, some tutoring recommendations and things like that. So I want to focus on the syllabus here, but make sure you go through everything I have. If you go to our syllabus, you will see my name, you will see my contact information. My campus is in Stark County, so I will not be in Pecan I think that's what is usually understood, but my campus is in Stark County, so it's in Rio Grande. But you can see here my in-person office hours. I will be in my office at those times, and then Pronto office hours, which is online office hours. I will be in Pronto, but I do have Pronto on my phone. So don't feel like, oh, I cannot contact her unless it's those hours. You can contact me at any time, any day. And I mean anytime. Sometimes I'm awake at the weirdest hours. I do have a toddler, so they have my son has the weirdest schedule. So I can be up at 3 in the morning. I can be asleep at 8. So it's just everything is just crazy. And all that to tell you that if you're struggling with something at 2 in the morning, just take a picture, send it over. If I'm asleep, of course, I will not answer. But if I'm awake, I will always try to get back to you as soon as I can. So the office hours are there just so that you know for sure when I'm there. But I do try to reply at all hours as soon as I can, as soon as I get your message on Pronto. And you have other things here for example, if you need to send me messages, to use Blackboard messages, and I'll show you how to use that in a little bit. And then you have like the course learning outcomes and you have the course requirements. Now this class is competency based, so it's very different than a regular class. I'm assuming that when you register, they kind of explain a little bit about how this works. But this class, for this class, the only thing that's going to count for a grade is your post tests. The post tests are for each competency, and in this class we have 5. So what's going to happen is you take the post test, you have 3 chances to pass it, and once you get an 80, passing means 80 in this class. So you get an 80 or better, then you can move on to the next competency. Now, if you pass those 3 chances and you do not get an 80 or better, then that's it. It's over. You either get an F in the class, or you have to talk to drop depending on the time scale that you're in. So it's very important that you prepare well for this post test, but also that you know you have 3 chances. So it can be overwhelming, but what I have found is that when students wait too long to take them, they may not have enough time to complete everything. So because you have 3 chances, rather than thinking, oh my God, I cannot fail, I would think, okay, I'm gonna take the post test. The first try is just to see, to know. Sorry about that. To know what to expect, to see what more or less what I will be seeing in the test. So I'm gonna treat that as just my little extra study session, like a practice test, and that gives you an idea of what to do. It usually helps you relax a little, and then you prepare again. And then you take it again. But now this class it's a 7-week class, giving you 3 chances for each post test. That takes time, which means you gotta be on top of things. You gotta prepare. I don't recommend just taking the post-it the same day 3 times. No, you take it once, you see what to expect. You can always send me a message and say, Miss, can you explain the ones I got wrong? I can do a little video for you, or send you an explanation of those problems so that you can be better prepared for the second attempt. So you have to give it time. Don't do everything at the last minute. That's the main recommendation I have for you. And I'll keep reminding you of that throughout the semester, because I keep saying, well, you haven't done anything. You have to do something. So don't be so scared that you don't do the post-test, but also take your time in terms of studying and preparing for them. You have all the details of how that's going to work in here, and I'll show you on Blackboard also. And then I have some information about the textbook. This is an open resource textbook, so you do not need to purchase anything. Okay, so we'll go back to our Blackboard. Let's say you already read all of this and you're ready to start. Well, if you're ready to start, you're going to go to the first competency. I have the discussion here. The discussions don't count for a grade, but it's always nice to see them and to see where you reply and things like that. They're not required, but they're nice if you complete them. And then you can click on the learning objectives. I'm pretending like this is my first time and I'm going to start. It says here, you do the pre-test first, and then you have, these are the learning objectives for this competency, and then the post-test. And of course, always remember you need to get an 80 or higher in order to move on to the next competency. So then we start with the first one, the pre-test. So here's the information on the pre-test. It's required for this course, and this is the instructions for each of the pre-tests. It's required for the course. You have to take the pre-test first. The pre-test does not count for a test. It's just to see where you're at in terms of this competency. So you complete your pre-test, and then once you complete it, then you are free to go to the post-test. Now, of course, you can see what you missed on that pre-test. Learn what you missed, review. So let's say you took the pre-test, which is here. There's only one attempt for the pre-test because, like I said, it does not count for a grade. You see your pre-test here. You answer all the questions the best way you can. And so you're going to answer your questions the best way you can. I don't know, I'm just clicking whatever. And then once you're finished, you need to click submit. You can click save, but the time keeps running down. The time will keep, you can click close after this. The time is going to keep running, so you do have to complete it in one sitting. Well, I miss all of them. So once you complete that, even if you get a 0, then the post-test will open and you are able to do it. But since I got a 0 in my pre-test, I don't recommend I go right away and start working on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my learning activities. I'm going to say, okay, this is the book. I'm going to go through introduction to sets. I'm going to watch the different videos. I have some practice tests here, practice problems that you can work on. So I will do that, especially taking a close look at the ones I missed. In my case, I missed everything because I got a 0. So I would have to go through everything. But if you know you did well on one section, then you may think, okay, I can skip that section because I think I can do well on that on my own. And then I have all of these are from the course, and then you also have a instructor video. This video is coming from me, and it has practice questions, basically me working on some of the practice questions. Here are some of the notes from that video that you can use as well. So this part over here, I'm not gonna lie, everything comes from me. I created the course myself. I created the course for this, so all of it is my material. But this specifically are questions from mine. And I wanted to do it as detailed as possible to help you prepare for that post-test. Once I go through all of that, then I say, okay, I think I'm ready somewhat, right, to get some work done. So I'm going to go to the post-test and I'm going to start it. Now, when you start the post-test, you're going to need Lockdown Browser because the post-test needs to be done with notebooks or notes, so you can do it on your own. So you do need Lockdown Browser. If you don't have it, you can download it here on your computer. I already have it, so when I click on View Assessment, it's going to open the Lockdown Browser for me. and I just click on that. I'm going to say no because I don't know how it will reply to this, but you will start with the test and run through all those instructions. Now, don't feel like, oh, I already know what to do. No, you make sure that you go through all of this on how to take exams with Lockdown Browser. So I do have all the details for you here on how to take the exam, what to do, everything. So make sure you read through the exam instructions and then go to the test. And that's basically, once you get an 80 or above, for each of the posters, you have 3 chances to get that 80. Once you get the 80, then the second competency will open. Like if I try to open it right now, it doesn't work because I haven't passed my first post test. So once you pass this one, then you can go to the second competency and do it all over again. So you do that 5 times and then you complete the course. So that's how the course works. And I'm here to help you and to make sure that you succeed. I have those videos to help you, but also as you're working, like I said, you can always send me messages on Pronto if you have any questions. One of the big recommendations would be once you take a post test, especially if you miss a lot of questions or if you have a lot of questions on that post test, send me a message and say, Miss, can you do a little video with the ones I missed and explain them to me so that when I prepare for the second attempt, I know where to focus on and I can do that for you as well. So there's a lot of things. I'm here to help you and there's a lot of things I can help you with. You just need to reach out because this is a self-paced course, which means everything is due on the last day. So like if you look at the grade book, the only thing that counts is the competencies and they're all going to be due on October 7th. That's the last class day. So everything is due on the last class day. All of you are going to be at a different pace. The only way I can help you effectively is if you're reaching out to me and I can help you individually. And that's what I'm here for, to help you individually. So just make sure that you reach out to me. Now, in the syllabus, I did mention that if you need to send me a message, to send it on Blackboard. So here is the messages on Blackboard. You just click plus. And then you click, you can see there that it says instructor. And then you can send me the message. The fastest way for messages will always be Pronto, especially in this class where if you take the poll test, you want me to grade it as soon as possible. So the sooner I know, the better. I suggest you always send me the messages on Pronto. So when you click on the Pronto app, here's the Pronto app. And if you're having issues on downloading it on your phone, I will post an announcement on how to download it to your phone. I don't think it's here. I thought it was here. But I will download it and help you, send you instructions to download it to the phone. So when you click on the Pronto app, now if you don't have it on your phone, if you cannot download it to your phone for whatever reason, you can always click on the link. And when you click on the link, it will take you here. So what I want you to do especially for the first day of class, is just let me know that you have it. I'm just going to say hello. I love that little bird. So just send me a message back and say, I do have it, I don't have it, and anything like that. So that's where I'm going to stop. I hope that this gives you a very good idea on how to get started. But if you have any questions, anything at all, just let me know. And welcome to class.